as an 8th grader. But I also have the privilege of acknowledging something we rarely see even at a school like ours. We see the 20, 25 years. We see with these. We see the second careers of 20, 25 years. Rarely do we see someone who connects the Barnard legacy, the HM legacy, boys and girls, financial aid, scholarship, our expansion of our co-curriculars, our expansion of our academic offerings, the way Coach does, Coach Berniker. So Coach Berniker, to you, this is an afternoon very much about you. It's almost ironic to try to think of this as a part of your ways, because you'll be right back here next year. And we do enjoy seeing you. But it is an opportunity for the legacy to pause and thank you for an incredible contribution to a very thankful group of kids and colleagues. Representing our retirees, Woody Howard made some calls. He did 25, as Neil knows. And Woody ran our theater department, in fact, gave us our theater department. And if I could sum it up best, Woody referred to Neil as the coach of all of us. He raised the bar in terms of the work we did with the kids. He raised the bar in terms of how we treated each other. And he was the first to really acknowledge titles shouldn't matter. Everybody helps, including, in Neil's language, occasionally behind the elephants and the shovel, helping out. That we all do the work together in fellowship and for a greater good of our kids. So I wanted to extend, Coach, the legacy of retirees wishes you well too. I'd like you to come up. We have a...
Wait, you want to say a few words to Neil first?
Sure. Oh, we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to have a member of the board from the Eagles come up, Joe Rosenberg. I'm going to finish with a plaque. We're going to then head over to the field. But Joe, why don't you come on up? You want to say a few words. Joe Rosenberg.
Because being old, there are 3 of these baseballs around. One of them just went to Cooperstown. One of them is for Neil, and one of them is for Tom. And there are very few of these. This is actually a game played ball, 55 years old. They don't make them like this anymore. And there was a request to send one to Cooperstown, but I've been saving this for you for a long time. Because at the soccer games, Neil always saves us a seat on the same side of the field all the time so we sit and enjoy the game. So I want to present this to you from Will and myself and our family.
What it means to be a student of HM and what it means to be a teacher, and I hope it's not in his remarks. But I was standing with Neil one day and he had to introduce the ethic of HM, and he said, I was standing at the lower division back then when it was Barnard, and a kid was lingering on the grasshopper, throwing the ball in the air, swinging and missing. And after a while, the empathetic side of each of us turned into pity. And someone said, someone's got to go down and get that kid. He just can't keep throwing the ball into the air and swinging and missing. So Coach, being a senior member of the Barnard faculty and a recognized coach in another sports, said, I'll go down. Went down and said to the kid, one more, the kid threw it in the air. Coach said, strike one. Neil encouraged him, put your elbow up, another one in the air, strike two. Neil said, don't throw it so high, maybe a lighter bat. Kid threw it in the air, strike through. Neil kneeled down, in a very mentoring type way, and said, you're going to live to pitch another day. The kid said, what are you talking about? I'm throwing a no-hitter. That's Neil Berniker. So Neil, come on up. Beyond the meaning of the sign and what's up on the scoreboard, the pitch we're going to have for Neil Berniker, baseball diamond. For decades, Coach had poured his heart into every practice, every class, every student who crossed his path, championing fitness, fair play, and the simple belief that a strong body and a strong character are built side by side. This field will stand as a lasting tribute to a man whose greatest victory was never a score on the board, but the lifelong health, confidence, and sportsmanship he instilled in every student lucky enough to learn from him. May 9th, 2026. Coach, we love you. I'm back to you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you one and all for being here. I got people from all walks of my life and my livelihood, and I loved every minute being here at Horace Mann. I got people from the old neighborhood. I got people here that I refereed with, I umpired with. I have people that are friends, golf buddies, people who have taken my money on a golf course. And I hope there's no one I still owe money to. I came in early this morning. Sorry, Mitch, you're not going to get it. Keep it as an IOU. As I came here this morning, I came real early, and I saw the parking situation. And I said, I don't know, we're going to be Springsteen? We're going to be here? Or maybe a Goldstein? I don't know. Or maybe the Pope at your event. I'm the lucky one to be here today in front of you and to share this very happy moment with all of you. I have people from my teams, from people and players, students, student athletes, and I can't get over it. It's such an honor and a privilege. I want to thank Tom, Melissa, for connecting the dots, my family for doing the same. I love you all. A good speaker has a good beginning, a good ending, and not too much in between. Well, that's another speaker for the day. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for sharing this special moment with us today. It's an honor and privilege to be recognized and be the recipient of this dedication for my career, which covers 7 decades, beginning in the early 60s. No, not BC. Horace Mann has been my life and extended family, and this has been my only job. Someone once quoted that if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. I coached many sports, as many of you know, wore many hats at Horace Mann, including soccer, baseball, basketball, and even bowling. That was short-lived. No, seriously, we entered a 10-minute tournament in the Westchester tournament. We ended up winning it, and that was the end of the bowling. Quit a winner. As I coordinated many programs, from the elementary school level to middle school, intramural commissioner and referee, directed the day camp for 21 years, and was co-director of a basketball camp with an old and good friend, Terry Costin, which I'm glad to see you, Terry. Where are you?
TC.
Cheers, Terry. Good to see you. Are we going to start it up again? I stay busy nowadays. It's self-directed as the voice of Horace Mann basketball. And if you ever hear the cliche, he's hot as a $25 Rolex. I'm the guy behind it. I'm the guy behind the mic. A very special word of thanks to Dr. Kelly. I'm going to share a story with you too. We met a long, long time ago when he was an elite athlete at Scarsdale High School. We interacted we exchanged a couple of words. Number 9, tuck your shirt in. And he responded, of course, in saying, that's the best call you made today. Who said, and another point, when I met Tom, officially, I'm refereeing a basketball game in Valhalla High School. I never met him before. When he was in high school, I didn't know him as Tom Kelly. So I finished the game, my partner and I are walking off the court, and I see this big guy, 6'2", 6'3", approaching me and my partner. And I'm saying, all right, what did we do wrong? Let's see, Valhalla won. Maybe we didn't put this kid on the foul line. We'll find out soon enough. So he comes over and says, referees, you did a great job. That's good. It's nice to hear. You know, as a referee, you always hear, if you have rabbit ears, "Ref, you suck." You're a Foot Locker ref. Foot Locker used to wear the stripes. Then he says, by the way, he looks at me directly in the eye. He says, "Neil, I know who you are." I said, "How do you know?" He says, "I have your cell phone." I'm saying to myself, number one, why does he have my cell phone? How does he know me? We never met before. And he said, "Sir, how do you know it's my cell phone?" He says, "Well, I open your messages and it says you have 10 missed calls." Referee calls. It's a time joke. Maybe next time.
Spiritual Thursday, try to roast.
Special thanks to my colleagues, my former colleagues. I miss you guys. I show up, and maybe I may get an invite for lunch one of these days, which I'm always welcome, and I will be there. I want to thank my former colleagues, former staff, the training staff that's been very good to me when I used to go out and referee and make sure my body was put together and able to run the floor. And I appreciate everyone that's here. From Tom to Melissa and her office and everybody else that's here. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce my family that are here to support me throughout. Unfortunately, my wife is no longer with us. She passed in 2008 of ALS, but she's still looking down upon us and celebrating today with us. She's still guiding me though. She still gives me directions. She lets me make the big decisions. When to set the table and when to take out the garbage. She was always good to me. A great wife, a great mother, and a grandmother. Moving on from my wife Debbie, my son Jamie, class of '87, track captain. I embarrassed him the last time I introduced him and the family. I introduced his lady friend, who I called his main squeeze. I just want to let you know it's been upgraded. It's his fiancée, and soon to be married. Nina, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing a good job. And he introduced his daughters, Madeline and Sasha. Where are you guys? Sasha, in her playing days, was an all-state hockey goalie in New Jersey just a couple of years ago. Congratulations, Sasha. My son Eric, class of '90, as a center fielder at Horace, Mann. His lovely wife Jen, and his daughter Delilah, his son Max. And I love coming to your games, you know that. Benny couldn't be here today. Who's Benny? Benny is their dog. What's special about them? He's a talking dog. 2 weeks ago, I was up visiting him up in Connecticut. I went over to the dog and said, "Who's your favorite baseball player?" And the dog answered, "Roof, Roof, Roof." I said, "Don't you like Judge or Mann?" And of course, my brother Whitey is here. My brother Brother Wayne, Patty Joe, Vietnam vet, and we thank you for your service, and everybody else. Tom was Denise and Allison. Their son Scott, unable to make it today because he is on a business trip and could not return in time. Between Allison and Whitey, they have no shame in taking my meal money when we play golf during the summer.
That's right.
Always and ever, right?
As much as we can.
Yeah. ASIM has been a special place, providing opportunities, friendships, and professional relationships. I will always cherish these years of working along these enthusiastic and passionate professionals willing to nurture and share their expertise. ASIM has always been supportive and caring. They always were family and always will be family. And a perfect example, in 2013, I was refereeing a high school basketball game at Eastchester High School. I collapsed. I went into cardiac arrest. And after reviving, that night at Lawrence Hospital in Bronxville, we had 50 people, parents, colleagues, Tom, of course, administration. They were there to check me out and see that I was all right. And to me, that's family and things I will never, never forget. So I thank you all for that. Couple stories, some highlights. Spring training. And Burko, Hollywood, you may have to help me with this one. We're down in Florida playing ball. And we play generally 2 games a day. You're in the cages for batting, you're fielding, you're playing a lot of ball, probably 6-7 hours a day. We have to be playing the back end of a doubleheader against a team from Illinois. We're down a run or 2. We got bases loaded, bottom 7. We have a player named Andrew. That was the batter. Pitch comes in and he gets drilled. He gets drilled in the ribs. Goes down to the floor, flailing. Gets up, wipes himself off, and the umpire is pointing, go to first base. You're a hit batsman. Game over. Andrew was standing there with a bat in his hands, ready to hit, still. Umpire comes down to the third baseline. Hey, coach, your batter doesn't want to go to first. So I call Andrew over. Andrew, what's the story? You go to first base, game is over, we win, we walk away happy, we go relax a little bit, go to the pool before we go to the theme park. He says, Coach, it's not in my best interest to go to first base. I want to hit, and I want to make the team. I said, Andrew, you don't have to worry. You made the team. You did a great job. My career was not as illustrious as some of our alums. And we're talking about Pedro Alvarez. Retired Major League Ball player. I tip of the hat to you, Pedro. Charles Olchek is now commissioner of a minor league professional soccer league. Harrison Bader, now a member of the San Francisco Giants. I have some others here. Tim Belton, an Emmy Award winner for ESPN. Kim, you're a man. And he also had a cup of coffee in the NBA. A short cup. And then, of course, we have Bethany Donifer, who played for the Liberty years ago. There's some other luminaries I'd love to acknowledge. Doug Henderson, major factor here at Horace Mann as an actor. We generally meet up during fine dining, Burger King. But we manage to catch up with each other every once in a while. The field has witnessed many legendary games and performances. Nice Ace victories, Ivy League games, Poly victories. And I know there are members here of the present Lion team. Congratulations, Ivy League champions! Good luck in the tournament. I know you do well. Best of luck from all of us. And I remember Eric Manis making a diving catch in right center field to end the game against Poly. And that evening, that catch was aired on ESPN Top 10 Plays of the Day. There are amazing teams, player performances with demonstration of raw power. A diamond also is a classroom that teaches life lessons. The effort matters, and not just on game day. Showing up early and putting in the reps. Owning your mistakes and growing with them. Those are habits that carry into careers, relationships, and life. I don't know if you can name a better place where you can learn about resilience, where you can concede if you get a hit 3 out of 10 at bats, and be considered nowadays great. Take your cuts, and if you strike out, pick yourself up and get back in the batter's box. All lessons in life. The idea of team over self and learn. I love the place, never be forgotten. I've heard from former players, many of them are here today, from families that are living far and wide, getting phone calls. I even heard recently from a former politician, not to be named. He said, "Coach, I learned 2 things from you. I learned how to do 2 push-ups, 2 pull-ups, and most importantly, you taught me how to tie my tie, make a knot in my tie." Tom, thank you with supreme gratitude for this prestigious dedication. It means a lot to me, my family, and puts a stamp on my career and a dream job. To all of you, thank you for taking the time and sharing this special day together. I was really the lucky one to be able to teach, coach, and have an impact during your formative years. Horace Mann will always be top of the leaderboard, and it starts from the top and trickles down successfully with the new administration in athletics. Matt, Ron, and the entire staff, you're doing a great job. All I hear is good things. And I only wish you the best. And I hope to be around here a long, long time. You're top of the leaderboard, simply amazing. This place here is my field of dreams. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to be with you guys, to be honored by your support from the bottom of my heart. This place will be number one. Thank you very much.